Good Friday afternoon, everyone. Might be a scorcher, but we had some scattered showers today, so we had that slight breeze. Isabel did it again on guessing the train. We have a stack train on standby, so we don't know if it's going to get leapfrogged or what, but both signals are red. Of course, for that sideline is covered by that stack train. And then we hopefully see something pretty interesting on passing. So yeah, it's a quite a sunny day. Hey, Mr. Terry. Well, good news, guys. I just picked up a new pack of Pokemon cards at my local card shops, and so it's going to be pitch black, and it's the Darkrai pack art. And yes, I do collect those pack arts because it looks pretty cool on the binders. So yeah, it's gonna be a pretty good Mon day for that one. So yeah, so I think Sunday night I'm gonna ask Isabel what she thinks is in the pack, like what energy cards, because she always loves doing the guessing game. Besides, when she was growing up, I used energy cards as color cards. He needs to buy his high-priced learning cards when you can get I think of a $4, about $5 pack, and it's teacher by showing her different colored Pokemons and all that stuff. But yeah. Yeah. And those guys are pretty good on stopping those trains in a good spot. They parked that stack train right in its shadow, so that I guess they keep cool. So right in the shade of the tree is where the locomotives are stationed at. I kind of hope they coming down this line, the sideline, but I'm gonna keep it pointed down that way so we can keep out of the traffic. Yeah. Whew. So yeah. I was actually thinking about going over to work and doing a stream over there because the grandkids of my boss is running a lemonade stand, and they have Mr. Scott planted a few acre patch of sunflowers and a little patch of zinnias, and people from all over come by, take pictures, all that. Some of them, I mean, you can pick the zinnias because they were volunteers. Most of them were, but a lot of people have been cutting the sunflowers. They don't know about it, but the sunflowers is what we harvest when they're ready to harvest, because a lot of that seed goes to like bird seed or cattle and all that. So yeah. Oh, perfect timing. We have a southbound. That means that stack train's gonna go northbound once it's cleared. Okay, I'm gonna turn it this way so the sun's not on it. I'm gonna try to get a good wave out of these guys. Isabel can get anybody to wave. So let's see what locomotives we got this afternoon. And of course, the breeze of the train would probably make it much more better. I wonder if this stack train has semi-trailers again. shiny locomotives. It's kind of hilarious on how the shortcut. The funny part about it is when you have rail fans on the road, it's always great to have the mute button on standby. Problem is, I didn't know them well, so I'm gonna keep it muted. Besides, it's one of those people that are, wow! I know they're excited, but we give it a few minutes, and hopefully this stack train would move forward. Now, it looked like, actually, it sounded like that coal train was empty. So, pretty nice on a few minutes of being out here. You've already seen 2 trains. This one on standby, then that one that passed by. And that signal just went green. Okay, I see some throttle smoke or exhaust, because I really don't like saying smoke. But yeah, we get to see a stack train on the side track. So I always love the side track here. Let's see what locomotives we got today. Blowing coal. I always like to say coal because it always looks like coal. If you're a steam fan, you understand how cool that is. Oh, this is gonna be a good shot. 3 locomotives. Seems like we got intermodal. I really hope we got some semi trailers on this one. It's always pretty cool to see those kind of setups. We got a few prime containers. Oh, that looks like a cool little container. Looks like a few semi trailers that were converted to those stack containers. I don't know how to do it, but it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So that was Isabel's guess on the first train I'm going to see was a stack train. So, of course, my kind of freight is mixed freight in the coal trains. So let's keep up, watch those signals so we don't have to work at the passing cars. Because, you know, once someone gets in front of the camera, they're going to go goofy like those other people on there. Glad I muted that. That was a little bit too awkward for that. Okay, yeah. But yeah, that's pretty nice. Isabel's guess for my first train was that stack train, because when I got in position, I looked down the rails and seen that stack train, and then we had a southbound coal train, my kind of freight. I mean, coals and mixed freight trains are usually the coolest. Yeah. So, Terry, how was that for a few trains? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how Isabel does it, but when we went down to Mammoth Springs for well, we carpooled with my mom, and she was fishing for trout. I was fishing for locomotives. So when I kind of had a competition with her, and I won one day, she won the other day, and then she won another game. And then when we had Isabel down there with us, she was catching her limit like crazy and all that. So it was pretty interesting on how she guesses what direction, what kind of train, and all that. For instance, we were facing southbound, and she's like, "That's going to be a stack train coming from that direction." Well, a few minutes later, it came around the bend, and I was like, "Holy cow! How you do that?" I mean, she's lucky with Pokemon cards. So yeah, it was pretty interesting on that. So. Yeah, but yeah, I wish we just had a little cloud cover because right now it's kind of hard to tell what that light is. For me, it looks like both signals are blacked out, or blackboard for short. Yeah, I'd probably say we can make it maybe a 20-minute video if we don't have any lights, and I can head to the house and get tonight's farming sim stream ready. A lot of you guys are missing out on the fun. I know I usually post it late, about 9 to about probably 9 to 10 is when I start, depending on what I'm doing, because sometimes I have to get prep work out and then all that. But I usually post it, or at least get live about that time, because fans on the other side of the world are starting to wake up or still up. So yeah, it's kind of crazy though. Yeah. So so yeah, if you guys want to see what kind of content we're gonna do, I might do we've been starting the series Pokemon Days. Get it, like Pokemon? Just abbreviate it, and you got Monday. So I would say Monday mornings or afternoons is when we post those pack openings. If we have packs, some days it's pricier than others, and then other days you don't get paid in time. So yeah, it's I figured at night the night stream could be like Pokemon Legends ZA for shiny hunting, or another past game that I have. I mean, I can go down the list and go for it. But yeah, once I get past my I think I don't know if I should do it. Wait until I get to like a 500 subs, um or a certain amount of subs. Let's see here. I don't know if I should wait for 1,000 subs or 500 subs, but I guess when I get to about 1,000 subs, then I can probably say start doing, like, I can take donations or something like that. But kind of like a fundraiser. But because when you have a less than 100, that won't be much. So I'm gonna wait because I want to earn my subs, because they come to your channel for for a question, I guess, because they type in YouTube as a question. Your video is the answer, so you have to. I might have to do I've been talking about it all the time, but I need to have time to make it. Aha. Okay. Yeah. Hey Terry, did you see that video of that locomotive that was surrounded by flames? I think it was a Canadian Pacific locomotive, and if you watch it long enough, there was an oncoming train that passed him. I was like, "Holy cow, that was a hot video," but sheesh, not that hot. But because everybody says forest fires are bad. So pretty cool content on the inside of a locomotive during a fire. But yeah, I'm glad that we didn't hear anything bad about that crew. But yeah, you guys just leave me a message on the community page or the voting page, and you guys can let me know what you think. Because my goal for the channel is about 100 to 150 by this New Year's, because I figured that's all the fans that likes trains, and Randall, me, probably Ethan, and a few other model train tubers, I guess, would be doing a big stream for New Year's. Last time we stayed up until about 1:30, so that was a pretty epic stream. Oh, I can't wait. But hey, we are making progress. We were at the time of this video, I'm saying, is we were about 87 subs, but knowing YouTube, the fluctuates, so we down one by so we're 86. But I've been talking to one of my I think one of my friends that works at the card shop. He never knew that I was a YouTuber, so I let him know what my channel is. I told him it was Travis the Adventure Dad, because it sounds epic, but I don't have a theme song yet. But I figured that once I get the theme songs, I guess I could probably get more people, because people like videos that have catchy theme songs. I mean, I give a example. Randall. Oh my goodness, Randall, that theme song rocks. Sometimes I just catch myself rewinding it to the beginning. A video is good and catchy when you have an awesome theme song. But I guess we can put that up for one of our tips for channel growth. I guess there's a lot of channel growth on how to become a YouTuber, and I figured I would try to take a shot at it if I can get the speech out. It's kind of hot, so sometimes it gets to your head. Whew, boy. Yeah, that's why I was going to try to make it about, well, it's 23 minutes in the stream. Terry, I know you're on. I know Randall's going to be hopping in sometime, but I don't know if he's going to be able to. So I figured we can probably make it a probably 30-minute video, because that seems about the sweet spot for everybody watching. Because if it's a 2-hour video like I try to do for my farming sim, people don't stick around for it the whole thing. Now, if I do a 30-minute video, then there's few people that stick around, because hey, it's Pokemon cards. I can stay for 30 minutes, and then on my shorts, people like that, and if it's catchy, it gets it. Besides, I think one of my first shorts that showed what I did, it had less than 100 likes, because it has all my hobbies that I started out with, by the way. But now, since I'm a little bit more experienced, I can put out shorts that get like 1,000, about 1,000 views on it. I think I have over 5 videos that got like 1,600, 1,500, 1,300. And then I don't have 1,000 likes on a video, because the next in line would be about a 800 liked video, and that would have been one of my train videos. So I need to make a video on how to help other YouTubers and beginners out, so I can be one of those guys. Hey, you go check out this guy's channel, because he had a few tips. So yeah, it's YouTube is pretty interesting. But yeah, so I started around January 29th is what I kind of was researching on because I totally forgot 2015. I think a year after I graduated high school. So yeah, I didn't post anything until Isabel recommended me to start making videos, and then I shot up pretty quick. And we had a few months that was kind of quiet, but one week we got like 20 subs and all that. So, and that was using tips from other YouTubers that I call friends. Like for instance, Randall's friend. So he's pretty good. He gave me a few tips. Like for instance, YouTube, the only time you can stream is if you get past 50 subscribers. Randall recommended using StreamYard for doing like you can work on the free thing. You can stream I think 20 hours of streams. So I took it, got a shot out of it, and I shot up pretty quick to about, well, I mean, we're in the 80s now. We are hovering about 87, 86, 85-ish range. I think we can round it down to 85, but we are at 86 now because, one dropped because, 87, I don't know, but if I can make a video that can bring in some subs before our New Year's party, we can probably get a pretty good turnout. So yeah, it's so yeah. Hey Terry, I don't know how many subs you got, but I can probably recommend. I mean, me and Isabel recommends you and Randall and a few other YouTubers every once in a while. But I do a shout out on darn stream and all that, so we can so that people can hear. But I'm still kind of a rookie, so I don't know how much people gets the word out. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. Yeah, I would say that because most of my subs are train lovers. I mean, that's nothing wrong with that because I was listening to a CSX I think engineer on his video. He said he did outdoors, a bit kind of outdoor type videos, and it was not as getting as much subs as train fans or rail fans for short. But he said he did one video of talking about trains, and the subs came in like crazy. So it's kind of mind blowing how a small hobby can be so big out in the community. But yeah, it's pretty awesome though. But besides, that's why I think that's not much of people watching my my Pokemon Farming Simulator NASCAR streams, because most of them are train fans. They're not some of them might not be interested in NASCAR, some might not be interested in farming, some might be interested in something else. But yeah, when it comes to trains, I think my max turnout for a video was about 400. I mean, views wise on and likes on like 24 hours, but nothing too crazy. But yeah, nothing too crazy. Oh, we got a red signal. Good. So I'm guessing after this train, well, if there's two trains, we can call it from there so I can get back to the house, keep my phone charged because it's at 71, and since it's hot outside, it might drain it quicker. But yeah, I would probably say I need to do a I guess a Q&A video or a stream that you guys can actually ask me questions, and for my best ability, I would answer it. Because I always that's why I wanted to be kind of a businessman, because people from all over come in, ask for your support, yada yada yada. That'd be awesome. And so, yeah, and everybody knows me as a fighting, likable guy. So, besides, as a dad, I gotta keep it clean. So that's why everybody loves me. Yeah. Yeah, I really hope it's going to be coming northbound, because I can point my phone away from the sun. But this spot right here is perfect for afternoons. Besides, it's pretty awesome when you have the trains going northbound to into the sunset. Yeah, yeah, Terry, you and Randall are gonna be the lucky ones, because on Farming Simulator they have some epic um let's see here. It would probably be modifications that you can do to your equipment. And you guys are going to be the first two that I'm going to ask what to set it as. So you guys are going to get lucky enough to be the first two to try out this um I guess modification. So I'm going to put your name on the equipment, and so when you give me uh like something, if you like it, we can keep it as it is, and then if you guys have something in mind, I can change it easily. So I can probably say I can go from there though. But okay, I'm gonna mute it so these pedestrians don't have to worry about slipping out of bad language. Okay, guys, I'm muting now. Well, great news, guys. We recommended those boys his sub to the page just because they said they'd seen me out here before, but they didn't know exactly what I was doing. So I typed in my channel name on their phone, and they said, "Hey, we sub to you." So it's great. Thank you guys. If you guys watch this video again, yeah, those guys are amazing. There's very few people out here that are that nice. But hey, as a local legend, it's pretty awesome. If they get a chance, they might join us shortly. So, yeah, I didn't get their names, but once they sub and recommend what they want to see, then we can continue on. But yeah, if my goal was to get a good fan base in town, or a circle of community on YouTube, that would help me with a kind of, because if I can get a average view rate of about 100, you know how if you have 100 subs, you try to get about a little over 50 plus views per video. That's like over half of your subs, and that tells you how good your channel's doing. But yeah, if they join us, we can tell them, give them some tips on how they can do skateboarding videos. But yeah, it's pretty awesome recommending locals channels so they can join us. Yeah. Come on, train. We're waiting for you. Oh. But yeah. So yeah, out of respect for pedestrians or cars, I usually try to aim my camera away from them so they don't get mad at me for getting them on their bad day, or if they slip something out that they don't need to be saying around the camera and all that. So yeah, I could have done a tripod test to show them how cool this tripod is, but yeah, that's how you get noticed on YouTube. You start a good fan base on what you guys. For instance, Terry, me, and Randall are mostly known for our train content, and all the train lovers sub to our channel because they like trains. Now, if you did other streaming like I do, I usually try to kind of get the something that everybody likes. Like, I mean, young people like Pokemon and cards, so I do cards on the side, and then all that is pretty nice. But yeah, those guys are pretty awesome on how they stopped by and said hi and probably do a sub for me. And so once I get past, when I get a lot of more train lovers as a base, I guess you can call it a base fan group. Once they share and like more, and then my channel will get out there more, and it would the subs to climb. And then once, and that goes with other videos. If people like Pokemon, that will go out to the Pokemon community, or like Stare, that more videos will come out. Now, I kind of think that there's going to be a southbound train because I hear some rumbling, but I don't know if it's a locomotive because we have several crossings north of us. We only have one past us down below. So we have one southbound crossing, and I think we're about 5 or 6 northbound. So yeah, it's great to have a good fan base. Now, so my goal is to try to get the subs that I need to get to my 150 mark for New Year's. So when I get a good fan base with train rail fans and go from there, oh, it'd be nice. But okay, we have a booming card that's coming by, so I'm gonna mute that. Oh, those guys are awesome. Hey, and if they join us for later streams, we can make some funny content so they can enjoy. Because I know a lot of locals like comedy. Because this town is more industry, because we have like factories north of us here, and a few here beside us. So it's the town is built around industry. So I figured they're not interested in trains as much as they used to, because they're not a big fan of getting trapped by a train for a few minutes. But with me, I show them the awesomeness side of these locomotives and freight. Besides, they might find out pretty cool on how every once in a while, certain times, is certain locomotives or freight. Because I figured that coal train that passed usually has the same locomotives on it as it usually does, like it's in the 3000 number range. So pretty nice. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah. It's pretty epic. I really need to get a theme song together. Might have to ask some of my pals to give me a hand. Besides, I guess I can make it a kind of like a superhero kind of theme, because Travis the Adventure Dad sounds so much cool. Yeah. Well, we might end up getting a hour in. Yeah. Well, I don't know. We have the signals red, so it should be not too long until we get a train. Because I don't want to call it a stream if we're going to miss some awesome freight. So, of course, everybody likes to. I did my researching on my YouTube studio page, and it seems like a lot of people stay just for the locomotives and a few freight cars. And the people that like freight cars usually stay until the end. Because every once in a while you get like a CSX locomotive on the end, or a CN locomotive, Fairmax. So yeah, it's kind of crazy, but I know people don't like to stay for long streams. But yeah, that's another good tip. Time. Because the length of your video affects your audience. Might have to put that down in the notebook and see if it's so. Yeah. So yeah. Come on, train. I'm getting cooking out here. Yeah, but they don't go on your schedule. They go on the railroad schedule. Yeah. That's why you always keep a cooler with you. So if you need it, you got it. Now, if those boys sub to the channel later on, if they listen to this part, or if any other locals are watching my stream, at the pumpkin patch, Scott's grandkids are doing a lemonade stand where you can go out there and take pictures of the sunflowers and zinnias. Make sure you guys don't pick the sunflowers, because we use that for bird seed when it's ready to harvest, or mix it in with cattle feed and get it there. So you make sure you don't pick stuff that you don't have permission for, because we don't want anything like that. So yeah, if they're listening, the pumpkin patch has a lemonade stand. I think they're going to be out tomorrow starting at 6, but the main road is getting worked on, so they have to go in the back way for so any locals that come in through the back knows the back way, they can probably look it up or get a hold of the pumpkin patch and ask questions about the on the back way. So yeah, the bridge is getting worked on, so that's why the main route is kind of closed. And then later, there's a awesome surprise that I'm saving for the season at the pumpkin patch. So as a farmhand, you get to see a lot of behind the scenes stuff. So to the boys that subbed to me a while ago, thank you. Hope you like the content, and feel free to spread the news, and we can probably get to our year subs to try to beat that 150 mile marker, and then when we get a chance, we can keep going. So yeah, so it's always good to do shout outs if they say hello. For instance, Terry, you're you're actually my number 2 fan. So you have been on most of my streams or content. commenting, liking, and stopping by. Randall's been number one for a while because he was actually the one that kind of got me into videos again. But it's kind of a way of besides, I mean, we're part of a train club together, so that's why he was all there from the very beginning. So yeah, if you guys like, you guys can get a hold of me from my community page on what you want to see on content wise, and then once we get to a certain point or a milestone into subs, I would have let me see, I don't know how many equipment that you can max out on Farming Simulator, but if they're lucky enough on if they would comment on once they like if they see my content, they can leave a comment, and if it's appropriate, I kind of have it kind of settings on like on appropriate stuff. If there's any potty language or something like that, it gets kind of fished out. So if it's a great comment or a because I want to see what the limit for letters and numbers, and then I can do a post on it. So I think if we have, for instance, if we have, since we have like 86 subscribers, probably 87 later on if the boys get or maybe 88 maybe later. But if we get a few more subscribers, then we can probably get to the 90 mark, and then we can probably do awesome modifications to my farming equipment. So I'll probably do a post on that. So if anybody follows the channel and always comment, like, and all that, I can pick them and get a hold of them and say, hey, what do you want to see on this modification? And then if it's appropriate, we can use it. But if it's not, I just use their name. So yeah, that's how I think that's one way to get some subs in, if you can do that kind of a project. But hard to say, but because most of my fan base is rail fans. I mean, it's kind of mind blowing once if you let's see here, because I think last week we had over 5 people driving by that said, "Hello, Travis." Now, there's other people that when they see a camera, they kind of get goofy and all that. That's why I kind of edit that out on the video, because it's a family-based channel. I try not to let my daughter listen to that language. You know, I can understand if she hears it in high school or something like that, but when she's like 7 years old and elementary school still, I don't think that's great for that kind of age group, because if they learn this bad language and then they get mad at school and they might slip that language out, they might end up in detention or suspended, yada yada yada. So that's why, as Travis Steve Interdad, I always like saying it, we kind of keep it family friendly. We don't have politics. We don't have other things like I go to church and all that, but people don't like religion stuff on the content. So I kind of keep that kind of private and all that. And if they want to join me, I can recommend it on off stream or something like that. But yeah, Anthony, you are a awesome guy when it comes to good tips on streaming. I mean, you were a teacher, so learning from you helped me out on making some clean rules for the channel, because I think Randall uses your same rule set. I think Terry does the same thing. But yeah, it's always great to make a kind of a great rule base for your channel, because you don't want anybody potty mouthing on your channel and trolling and being mean to other subbers. Because, you know, I have watched other tubers make videos about that, and oh my goodness, it affects big channels pretty badly. So they have to edit that out or put setting in so those people are not around. So yeah. So that's why when I named my channel, I put the dad in there so everybody knows that I'm a dad and family friendly. So yeah. Signals are still red. Sidetrack, still red. Mainline, still red on that one. I really wish that there was a like the crane or Herzog's work train over here on a sideline, because that train is pretty epic, because the locomotives look like passenger train locomotives. I don't know the exact numbers, because I think Dash 8s, Dash 9s, and SD40s are the three locomotive types I'm kind of a big fan of. Because, you know, SD40s are the local trains, the smaller yard workers, not gardening workers, like shunting freight, like Thomas the Train, if you guys understand. They're made for local use. Dash 9s are bigger, I think stronger than the Dash 8s, and they're kind of modern. So it's kind of awesome on that. But and the Dash 8s, oh my goodness, their nickname is Epic, the Aces. Because if you do research on the Dash 8s, the end of their name has Ace. So Aces are the, I mean, really, I think we had a full house on that train that had over 5 locomotives that were Dash 8s, 3 in front, 2 in back. That was an awesome find. And then that green locomotive from the SD40s were nice. Now, if you want some awesome locomotive questions, hey, feel free to swing over by Ethan Nexus channel. He is a knowledgeable guy. Because when we go to set up for a model train setup, oh my goodness, he can tell you so much about your model train, and he can tell you what you streamed or stuff about. It's totally awesome. So you guys might check out his channel. That's Ethan Nix. And then if you guys like NASCAR heat streams with a little trains on the side, you go over to Randall's page. You know, he usually comments on most of my videos, so his links is up there on the comments. And Terry's one of my, well, like I said before, he was top 2 favorite subbers because he was number 2. I have not I think Mystic Railroad is the 3rd subber, but he's kind of busy, so he's not as on as much as that, but he's number 3. That's why he's my number 3. I would say that yeah, I need to get a hold of you guys and say, hey, what do you think about this, this, and this, and go from there. Okay, well, since we passed the hour mark and there's no train yet, I will call it right there so I don't get cooked much. I'll probably say I film it if I catch it, but I'm gonna try to head home and get ready for my stream tonight. If you guys comment on the comments for what you want to see, you guys can let me know what you want to see, and then go from there. Because my recent votes, they said they want to see more trains because there's more train lovers. Now, let's see here. I speak after this motorcycle passes. Okay, there you go. So yeah, if you guys, since I have more rail fans, that's the people that say that voted for more train content. Now, the other content is Pokemon content and funny videos. Now, I already had a few funny videos and shorts that got me a lot of subs. And now, if I keep getting votes on that, I can keep on going. Yeah, it's great that I have a good fan base now. So we are gonna meet our goal hopefully by December. Now, if I'm getting so close, I probably make a big video that gets me a big old boost, and on that. So, because once we get to 100 subs, I might have a epic video on so. One of my officer friends. It's kind of funny because at OzCon, there was an officer that recognized me. He's like, "Oh, you must be the rail fan down there by the crossing." I was like, "Yeah, that's me." And he's like, "That is the coolest thing ever." Because he wishes that he was off work at enough time to kind of go rail fanning. But yeah, it's pretty cool when you have a fan base on the police force. But yeah, so if you have a hobby that everybody likes, that's called your base fan group. And then when you start outreaching to your community, that's your secondary fan group because they're local and they know you. And then your third fan base would be your regular viewers that always comment, always on stream. And yeah, I might have to do a video on that on this different levels of um, subscribers and all that. But yeah, channel's free to sub. It's fast and easy. Just look up Travis the Adventure Dad. Besides, when you type in my channel, my most popular videos are usually the top of the page. I know it must have been might have been goofy, but now since I'm more getting used to YouTube layout and StreamYard, yeah, it's great. Hi, great news! The main line went green, so I'm guessing we can stay for a few more minutes, or this might be the last train, because it's almost 8 o'clock right now, and it's almost time for me to get set up for my stream tonight. And I want to keep my phone well charged so I can stream without having to worry about low battery or something, or a long cord knocking over stuff, because I'm going through a lot of projects down there, like Pokemon cards. We have stacks of those kind of in the way. We have action figures on the side and all that. So that's great. Yeah, it's kind of messy down in the man cave, or I guess I can call it man cave. But I guess my studio needs a little TLC. Yeah, it's kind of awesome, right? And then let's see, we would probably have I think Pokemon content, because if we do Pokemon cards. I'm thinking about getting Yu-Gi-Oh out and doing a show and tell. That stream's going to be a long one, because that, yeah, I might have to do binder so it's easier to flip through it, so you can see like 9 cards at a time. But with binder etiquette, there's only going to be 9 per sleeves. Well, nine per page. I say sleeves, but doing that would probably warp your cards, because they packed in there and they bent your sleeves on your book. So we got Pokemon cards, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, a few sports cards. I'm thinking about selling those so I can get more Pokemon product. And then we have a few Magic the Gathering cards that I might sell as well, because I don't I got into it for a little bit because of the dragons and dinosaurs kind of commander decks, and then yeah, I'll probably say sports. I think the only sport that I kind of like to collect is NASCAR. I have lots of die-cast cars. I do a show and tell of that, but yeah, it's so yeah. So, yeah, it's. I might have to do a another voting on another. Let's say this voting poll to get more ideas out there, because I know I didn't say I had die-cast cars before as much, and ever since I had that first video, well, I guess you can call it a short because it was a short, because I heard that shorts, those kind of videos actually reaches more people than just normal videos. So that's how I usually get a good few. I usually try to do voting polls on that, but yeah, it's because I usually do voting polls or Q&As on those shorts every once in a while, just to connect with my community, because it's not a YouTube channel without the audience. Because people look you up um, for content ideas or questions or getting a meet and greet or something. Yeah, it's great to get out there and kind of show your community what you do and all that. So yeah, weird. So yeah, yeah, it's great to have a good fan base. Yeah, that is a great idea. I might have to do a video about that. I will put it on my content idea page on my notebook, and so once I get to a certain point, I can go into the filming stage and then film it, make sure it's great with my my normal fan group. Because like for instance, your your base fan group is your hobby group, because it's people that like your content because that's what they like as well. And then once it gets past them, it moves on to the community community base, fan group base. And then once it gets past your community base, it goes to international base. So that's how videos go viral, because it goes through those steps and it gets much views, much likes, lots of subs. And then YouTube would say, hey, this guy has some pretty awesome content. And then they push that on. So yeah. Okay. I'll probably say this would be a good stopping spot because everybody's getting off, because I'm guessing they're getting busy or kind of getting bored of looking at the sun. But I will probably film another train, and I can post that later when I get through editing it. But yeah. All right, guys. I would probably catch you guys later tonight. If you guys have any questions, just let me know. All right. Bye, guys. Have a good one. Stay safe and keep cool.